Okay, you guys, good morning. Today, instead of playing as Sylvia and the Squids or something,
Hey, at least I'm not the squid.
we will be performing as ourselves as the Hankerins, and the theme today is going to kind of be relationships for our first couple songs. And this first one is a song that we've been working on, an original of ours. That's
Johnny wrote it.
very relevant.
Original song.
Because it's about being in relationships and not being able for your other partner that's not an addict to believe you. So it's basically about building trust. This song's called "A Last Time I Had a Drink."
This is an obscure metaphor that I got right. There's no way I can explain it and you keep asking why. But you don't know what I'm talking about. See, you don't know what you're talking about. I took a race car on a train track. Most of this, sorry, it was blurry, the surroundings I knew. You be talking about a strange I know. I wasn't drunk when I got off the plane. It says the first time for everything. But I might go get drunk tonight. As you shade up 10 new ways to start a fight. This could be the first time I take a drink in a very, very long time. I might enjoy it, but I'm scared of it. I'm scared of it. Just trust me for a second, in a minute it'll be a year.
play bass.
The handoff.
My pig has Johnny's spit all over it.
Yeah. Make sure you wash your hands. Remember, I'm getting sick. Okay. I don't know what channel is that.
before you guys.
Alright, cool. Alright, guys.
Everybody knows this.
Everybody knows this. Sylvia is going to get in her groove.
Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn my back around. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn my back around. Said I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind. Your number, I know that you got mine. You know that I called too many times. You can call me, baby, you can call me anytime. You got to call me. Take away my life. I don't want no one to squeeze me. They might take away my life. I just want someone to hold me. Oh, and rock me through the night. Youthful heart can love you, oh, and give you what you need. To go, chasing you around, wasting my precious energy. Give me one reason to stay here, I'll turn my back around. Give me one reason to stay here, don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind. Baby, just give me one reason. Give me just one reason why. Baby, just give me one reason. Give me just one reason why I should stay. So I told you that I love you. There ain't no more to say.
Guys, are you sitting or standing, Jake?
I'm standing.
Okay, I turn this one.
Okay.
Everybody thank Jake for filling in for James who's a little under the weather. Thanks, Jake.
So I really haven't practiced this yet, so this is kind of a first for me. But we'll go for it, huh? Go with it. All right, I'm gonna go mindfulness if that's all right. Can you hear me in the back?
We can hear you, Jake.
All stars make sense. All stars make sense. This life which we knew starts to fade away. This addiction in you starts to look like a fool. Don't let it get you down. Turn that frown upside down. Don't be another score. You're worth so much more. You're either all in or you're out. Either all in or you're out. This beast makes you full of fear, but you got the love of your peers. Just don't give up. Please don't give up. Because this life starts to make sense. Starts to make so much sense. It's down there.
That's my roommate. Yeah. I heard it's jumping.
I should be able to buy enough. I'm just going to show them.
Okay. All right, is everybody working on Sober Olympics? Yes. All right, well, Eric has just got a couple of things that he wants to go over with you, so he'll just.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just a little prayer here. Say a quiet prayer so you won't hear me. Amen. I'm imagining 6:30 a.m. The sun has just come up about an hour and a half ago. It's the 24th, June 24th, Saturday. There's an event at the Clement Park called Sober Olympics. All of us are taking place. We get our breakfasts, we head over to the park, the event starts, the run walk. It's an amazing event, guys. We all participated. We all have sponsors. We walk and run if we can. We volunteer when we can. We make this event amazing. We hit Mary's goals, not my goals, Mary's goals. And we do it all over again sometime in the future. But let me take a step back from the 24th. You know, I was in Mary's office the other day, and sometimes in my mind I pose these things, right? A kind of a logical way to have a discussion. You know, it's what So what, now what? What, so what, now what? I didn't tell me this. I learned this a long time ago. And so I look at myself, and I was in the office, and I said, what? Well, what's bothering me is that when I was 18 years old, this gentleman came up to me, and he gave me a secret. And he said, hey, check out the book on tape, or the book, Think and Grow Rich. Now, this book tells you to do certain things, and this tape tells you to do certain things. It's pretty extensive. So I got to like the third or the fourth, chapter or tape, and I just stopped doing it. But I knew that I should be doing it, but I just stopped it. You know how many times I've done that? 18 years old, a guy says, check this out. Now, who knows what would have happened if I went through with that tape? Who knows what would have happened if I started praying in the morning 10 years ago? Who knows what would have happened if I got a sponsor when I was told to get a sponsor? Maybe I wouldn't have relapsed. In fact, I know I wouldn't have relapsed. Because I watch people who have these things, and they do so well. So on my point of the what was coming to me, I walked into Mary's office and I said, this is bothering me. The what? Why didn't I do this? The so what is also a why. And when I look at that, I look at like things like laziness, or just wasn't comfortable, or maybe I was just so into myself, the I part of me, that I didn't want to do anything else. So we started to talk, Mira and I, and we talked for a good amount of time about, about how to be protected and how to, do the right thing. And it's difficult for me to do the right thing. I screw up all the time. All week I screw up. I screw up here, I screw up there, I screw up this, I screw up that conversation, I do that. Now I don't drink or use no matter what. No matter what, I do not drink or use. But I screw up. And it doesn't feel good. So, I started looking into these things. And it's really interesting. I want you guys to play a really quick game with me. Now, you just have to do it because I did it for the first time. And it's the Stanford guy. And the Stanford guy said, you want to get out of yourself? Play the no-name game. And the no-name game is not the right name. Now just again, stick with me here. It's going to be 15 minutes of what you guys your brain is already telling you this is going to be painful. What I want you to do is I know that guy, what is Eric talking about? We're getting to the Summer Olympics, but I'm showing you a little secret that I learned. Okay? So what I want you to do is for 15 seconds, and Shay's going to time, okay, 15 seconds only, I want you to look around and don't hit anybody, but I want you to point at things. Okay? Wrong name game or no name game. This is the wrong name. So I'm going to point at that and say porcupine, olive, apple, car. 15 seconds, okay? And then we'll be done and we're going to go into Summer Olympics. So again, this is a game that deals with names, and this is the wrong name game. You just have to trust me on this, okay? What you need to do is point to different things in the room. Don't call anybody a bad name. Point to different things in the room, and for 15 seconds, we're going to start right here in 1 minute, and you're going to say, work with me, anything that comes to your mind that isn't the right thing, okay? So, ready, set, go. Apple, cheeseburger, kitten, kite, Christmas tree, sandbox. Okay, time. Okay, so let me ask you this. How many people, and I want 100% honesty here, how many people had names planned by the time I said begin? Come on, let's see a show of hands. How many people had names planned, what the names planned before we started the game? Okay. See, what we're working on here is getting out of yourself. When you play a game like this, you confuse your mind. Your mind is confused because that is not an apple. If that is not an apple, then I get to think about that, not about me. I don't feel good. I had a bad day. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I don't want to talk to that person. I can go on and on and on. I want to use. I want to drink. In my case, as you guys know, and a lot of you guys have the same deal, I want to die. Serious stuff. Apple. That's simple. I'm out of myself like that. It works every single time, as long as you don't plan it. It's spontaneous. God is all around us, every single second of every single day. And we sit here I sit here in this pain, in these bad decisions, because that's what I'm used to. You talk to me bad, I'm going to go use. I didn't get the job I wanted, see you later, God. I started doing this, leaving God at 18. I've had a life of pain. So, when things come like that, I try it. So, one of the things Mary and I talked about in our office is how we treat ourselves. How well did you guys treat yourself this week? I didn't treat myself too well. I don't know about you guys. Look back on the week. How well did you treat yourself? So, a long time ago, somebody told me that, Eric, affirmations, they work. Never used them. I don't need affirmations. They work. Affirmations work. I never used them. I started using them slowly but surely after I walked in here to Mary's Hope. Now, I don't use them as often as I should, but I will just say, in your packet underneath your chairs are affirmations. You don't have to do anything now. You pick these up, and when you're feeling bad, or you're feeling good, or you're having a bad morning, you're going to say, I feel joy and contentment in this moment right now. Is that true? I feel joy and contentment in this moment right now. It's not true, guys. I have anxiety right now. I'm talking to you guys. I want to do well in front of you. Okay? But the point is that I don't have to necessarily be truthful to the mind. I just showed you that exercise. I guarantee you while you guys were playing that game, if you played, you were out of yourself. You were not thinking about yourself. You were thinking about sandbox, green pepper. Okay? That's what you're thinking about. You weren't thinking about yourself. So you know what? These don't have to be true for your mind. But if you say them, if you do the action, if we get people to sponsor us, if we all work towards the event, we will wake up on the 24th and we will have the most amazing event that we could ever have because all of us showed up. Forget about the outside world. That will be handled by God. All of us showed up. We're having a rocking event. So let me give you a couple more. Success is my natural state. Phew, that's a sound good. Yeah, it sure sounds good. Sure sounds good. Okay? So I said success is my natural state, and is this my one?
No, but I'll get you one.
No, it's okay. Here it is. Success is my natural state. 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 I'm feeling pretty good now. It took all those, and I'm not just, I would have kept going if I didn't feel it. I would have kept going. So all of a sudden, at what was I at, 11? I start to think like, okay, it's not, maybe not believable, but it's not impossible. Anyway, this is in your packet. Take a look at this. I break them down by happiness, success, confidence, health, peace, mindfulness, and inner calm. All right? So if you can, I'm going to do this for 1 week. Every single morning, at lunch, and at dinner. This is going to be in my pocket. If anybody wants to join me for 1 week, next Sunday, we can have a second meeting about just this after Jumpstart next Sunday. If you want to come up to me and say, hey Eric, I did it, I didn't do it, I tried it, I didn't try it, I did half of it, I did a quarter of it, but the day that I did do it, this happened. Okay? I just want some testimony from you guys. Eric, you're out of your mind. Never give another presentation at Jumpstart again. Okay? So okay. So that's that. Let's see here. So I'm almost done. Let's see if we won't do the other game. The other game's fun too, though. Okay, so Sober Olympics. So this is what we're going to do. I've had a lot of questions. Okay? It's very simple. I'm going to go through most of the questions in 5 minutes, and then we'll be done with me. Where to sign up. Where and how to get out-of-state people to sponsor us. People are asking me where to go. This is people talking to me. So-and-so couldn't put the name in the box. Great suggestion by somebody in here. So I added a box. How do we know that our sponsorship is going to be attached to us? Okay? So I'll grab this right here, and I'll start with that. How do we know our sponsorship is going to be attached to us? This right here is, what is this? This is the tracking sheet. I've called it 20 different names. Okay, so this is the tracking sheet. The tracking sheet is very simple. You put, say my name's Bill, Eric Hebert, email address I have, address I don't have. I don't have email address and I don't have address. Okay, we'll try to get it. Phone number. I have his phone number. Donation amount, $20. Paid by credit card. That's it. Or I can do this. Name, Goodwill. Address, Highlands Ranch. Underneath, spoke with Bob, manager of Goodwill. Interested. Track it, guys. This is a tracking sheet. Use it. Say whatever you want to say. If you want to put somebody's name and you want to put an address in a note, put an address in a note. This is for your sheet so that we can get this turned in at the end. People already have multiple of these. Don't feel bad if you don't. You don't even have to have one name right now. This is the real start. Okay? So anybody you talk to that is a possibility, because here's how I can help. I can say, hey, did you talk to Bill? No, you didn't talk to Bill? Let me call for you. Is it wrong to call for you? No. Okay, I won't. Yes, I do actually. Okay? Or when you come in here next Sunday, you say, hey, I talked to 3 of my managers, and they all want to be sponsored. They all want to sponsor, but they don't know they want more information. Perfect. I'll handle it for you. Okay? I have templates that I just go, boop, 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 send, boom, he has it. Okay? So track yourself. Use this sheet. We'll keep them out every day for you guys, and you'll need multiple ones of these, a lot of you, because they fill up fast when you're actually doing something, and you guys are all doing something. I know you guys. You're all doing something. Track it for you. So you remember, you talk to the guy at the gas station with a license plate that says, I'm clean and sober. Okay? So next thing is we got to talk about, well, how, once I track them, how are they going to donate? Very simple. Here's our website. I've sent you guys all the link, and I'm going to send it again. When they go on the website, they're going to click About Us, Clean and Sober. They'll find it. If not, sorry, I should have just... At the bottom of the home page is all this information. There's a sign-in sheet. Let me show you. Boom. That goes. Flyer, entry form, more information, and this link. Okay, so now I clicked on the link, it'll open another tab. Here we are. So there's 3 tabs right here, and these are purposely positioned all the way through the site. This isn't the only time you'll see it. So, Square donation. Square donation, a lot of people know Square and they feel more comfortable. They know that that's a secure, all this is super secure. We wouldn't use it. So it's all secure, but people like Square. I donate is that one. Okay? So click to donate, Square donation. I could label it I donate. So I'll take note. So the middle one is register and purchase event tickets and donate. So let me get through this really quickly. These two, this one on the end and this one on the end, are donations. Okay? Simple donations. It says a little bit about tickets, and say I order a shirt that's $20 and I order a ticket, walk run, which is $25, total amount $45. Somebody can go on, click and donate and put $45. We'll know what they're saying because they'll write in the box, I want a t-shirt. Okay, very simple. You get them here, they pay. Everybody makes online transactions. This is as easy as going to the gas station and putting your chip in. I mean, how ridiculous is that? I'm sitting there, I'm putting my chip in, half the time it works, half the time it doesn't. This works every time. Okay? So, this right here is register and purchase event tickets. Okay, let's click on that. Okay, here we are. Bada bing, bada boom. Clean and sober, 5K walk. A little bit about the event. Question. Will you put in the name, Chris? Let's put whoever. It doesn't matter what. Okay, I'm going to fill in my first name. So here's your people are going to sponsor you. They put in their name. Now they don't, yeah, that's fine. Okay, they select, if they don't want a t-shirt, they don't have to select t-shirt. Now, just a quick email. The only 2 things that are required on this first page are the email, you got to, none@none.com. So the only thing the 2 things on the first page that are required is the first name and the email. I don't even require the phone number. I want them to breeze through the system. Ease of use, get through, get through, get through. Okay, they know why they're here. Okay, so they're going to add stuff that they want to know. Okay, so let's go to the next page. It's very simple. Now, this is what multiple people are being sponsored here. So you have a family, like for instance, my sister and 4 friends are coming. My sister's paying for all of them. Okay, so my sister's going to put 4 names. Simple as that. You can add more names. So you scroll through the names, they know who they want to do. They know what they want to do. Keep on going. Boom. They hit my products. Okay? Here's where it gets good. Scroll down just a little bit more. My products. They can select however many run, walk, entry fees. Okay? They can select however many t-shirts. They can select meal, ticket, and smoothie tickets. They can sponsor a clean and sober Olympian, which all you guys are. Okay? They can sponsor a sober home. And they can sponsor event additional support. So they can do, I did it by 10s. Because some people will get to 25 and they're like, oh, at the last minute I really like this, but I don't want to do more. So I do it in stages of 10s. Okay, so they can do as many 10s as they want. All you have to do is put a check mark next to the box. Boom. Anything they want, and it says in the instructions up there, throughout the way there's instructions. On every one of those links, there's instructions for them to fly through. Okay? So, do we have any questions about this specific thing? Like anything that comes to mind, no question is a dumb question.
Are the other donation links, is there anything for $5? Or is it just cents?
On the, I believe on this one back here,
Yeah.
the I donate here, you can click
Click
any
on it.
amount any amount you want.
Because I've been telling people $1, $5.
Yeah, so you got, and you can actually, where's it at? There's
Right there.
Other.
Custom amount.
so you can do a custom.
Custom, okay, cool.
Okay? Yeah.
So if someone gives me a cash donation, they want to make sure their cash is getting to where it needs to be. What can we tell them?
Okay, two things. Although cash donations we don't want to take cash donations until the event. However, if somebody says, I want to give a cash donation, we don't turn them down. You call Chris, okay? And you say, Chris, I've got a cash donation. I'm getting the money today. I put, what's that guy's name, that funny actor, Farley? Anyway, he just came in. I put Chris Farley's name, okay, on, and done. The whole thing is what you're doing is you're doing the right thing. No, it's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You have to, I know, but what I'm specifically saying is, I'll be honest, I got $25 in my pocket. I got negative $2,000 in my bank account. I go to the gas station, the $25 is in my bank, the person who sponsored you did not intend for you to fill up your car on gas. I might fill my car up, that's why I do not want the temptation. It's that simple. So the whole point is, it's not about you, it's about honoring them who's giving to Mary and the brewers who founded this place X years ago because they want them to continue. It's not about me and my gas station problem. All right? So that's my point. Next questions. Yes?
Is somebody that wants to participate in the event and pay the entry fee, is that considered a donation?
Everything is a donation.
Okay.
You will get a receipt for everything.
Okay. And then also, my boss was interested in hearing and was wondering where the money was going. Was it going to this program? Was it going to fund more future Sober Olympics events?
Great. I love your boss for asking that. Chris, can you go to the website? Back over to New Beginnings? Right, yeah. Scroll down. Okay, so every dollar raised is used to bring us one step closer to ending the devastation of addiction in Colorado. That can be treated in a lot of different ways. So it's a good question, okay? What does that mean for us? We're in an expansion period. We are trying to double everything. We're trying to double our inpatient. We're trying to double our sober homes. We're trying to double our outpatient outreach. We're trying to double our DUI. Why? Because we're helping people. So every single dollar will go towards general, the devastation of addiction in Colorado. As far as the event's already funded. The event is funded already. Okay? So all their money is going towards that. Right there. And so what that is for us is we're in an expansion period and we're trying to help as many people as possible. That money is going towards the different things that Shane and Mary and Tim and everybody here is working on. To really understand more, you have to see the different things that we're doing. But it's going towards expansion, which is directly related to helping more people. Okay? And if it's anywhere, anybody that wants to know more and interested in giving a certain level of donation, our gold sponsor, which will be out on Monday, ours, we can give them detail if they were interested. We can give them more detail. But if it's a $100 donation, not to say that we're not grateful for that, that what I just said warrants, that kind of money warrants the explanation I just gave.
Will there be future Sober Olympics?
Yes. And in fact, I want, my goal is to announce the next one at this event. Okay?
All right, so they say somebody sponsors me for $25. They want to go to the event. Is there a cost for going to the event? I mean, is it $3 for food? What is it?
Okay, so if they sponsor you for $25 and then they just pop into the event, so they sponsor but they don't pay for themselves, then they're not running and they're not walking.
No.
But we welcome everybody.
Okay, why do
You know, no, it's a good question. Believe me, it's a great question. So what I'm saying is, they're gonna pay for anything that they have there. We're gonna have a whole bunch of things. Mary's got some friends and some colleagues that are gonna be selling books. And we've got jewelry that we're gonna be selling. And we've got food that we're gonna be selling. We've got smoothies that we're gonna be selling. And we've got information that we could be selling. So I don't know, we're not to the point where we've defined everything that we're gonna sell, but we want more people there. In fact, we will be trying, if possible, to sell our jumps. We're gonna have jump houses to the park. So if there's people that wanna come by with their kids and they see the jump house, they're more than welcome. We want them to participate. Because we want them to know that Sober Olympics is for everybody. Because everybody's been affected by this terrible disease. Anything else? Go ahead.
Well, like, if they come in there, isn't there gonna be a thing where like people can come in and get some stuff for free and then donate or anything like that?
There'll be a donation table for sure.
A lot of the other events, people come in and they'll get like, they'll be able to eat some food and then they donate. There's an area where it says donations accepted. Because if people are coming in, some people won't have money. And that's just how it is in this addiction market. They've blown it all and partying and they're starting over. Some. And there will be people, I've been talking to people at the Dragons Den that have years of time, are all psyched to, come and check this thing out. So I've been handing out flyers to all the clubs. I've been doing meetings everywhere. York Street, day at a time, day by day, Dragons Den, AWOL, Air Club. So, and there's some musicians from Air Club that probably want to maybe be involved. So how do we get that coordinated?
Okay.
You or
okay.
what?
Yeah. Just see me. Everybody. Everybody's invited.
Okay. But about coordinating the music though, should I have them talk to you just as people want to
talk to me after the event?
Organize.
Talk to me after the event. That's really awesome. Anybody else?
I looked into this card before, years ago, my daughter, her strollers, is the doors, is that something that's possible?
Yeah, when Chris and I went and secured the spot, the best part about it, well not the best, there's a lot of good things about it, is where we're set up, and I'll email you guys all a map of it, okay? But we're right next to the a playground. So we're right next to a playground, so as far as like, literally everybody's invited. I don't know the rules for, I think pets have to be on a leash, I'm sorry, I don't know the rules for pets, but other than that, like, I want you to bring whoever you're comfortable with, okay? All right, so let's see, so that was that question. How much time do we have? This is the last one. I promise I'll get out of here. Guys, we have right now. If we just call one person a day, okay, I'll make this, well, my sponsor, I'm on the 4th step, and I'm on the 4th column. My sponsor keeps telling me, Eric, spend 15 minutes a day. I have 135 names on my 4th column, my 4th step, okay? That's all, yeah, okay? So I can't get through it because I'm looking at it. I'm almost done. Spend 15 minutes a day. So I started spending 15 minutes a day. It works. You will have 5 to 10 sponsors if you spend 15 minutes a day. You will have 5 to 10. Mary's goal is 125, as she's stated. But guys, if you do 15 minutes, I want you to do more than that. We want you to do more than that. For 15 minutes, call 3 people. If you don't and you're having trouble, come see me. I will help you. I'll get you involved. That's it. Okay. So anyway, thanks for the cue, James. James is telling me it's time to go.
Oh, James is saying that? Why is he saying that?
I don't know. Anyway.
I just want to hear a word. I just want to hear some words.
We all want a lot of things, sir. Okay, guys, thank you so much. You guys, this week, we really got to do it. Let's really do it. Thank you.
This will only take 10 minutes. If you'll look at my chart. Thank you. Let's see. So anyway, everybody in here knows what Mary and Chris do for all of you, for the organization, to keep everything rolling, thing. So I want to say that on Thursday night, the City of Greenwood Village Police Department
had a presentation for not only their own people, but for community people and all of that. And Mary and Chris were both recognized at that event for what they do for the community.
Yeah, most of the time, we don't want to see the police show up. I do have to say, though, this event was really awesome, and I was very surprised that they included me, because it really was an event to honor Chris for everything that he helped not only Greenwood Village, but also the Littleton Police do a few months ago. But, you know, I can't stay out of anything, so I had to nose my way in, and that's just the way it was. But this event was really interesting, because it really shed a different light on the police and everything that they deal with on a daily basis, and that it really is true that they do put themselves in harm's way on a daily basis. And it just hit me in the face about everything that these men and women are doing for our community, and it was just really, I was kind of awestruck with the whole thing. So, you know, Eric brought up a lot of good points today, and I think that we need to have it hit us in our face about how important it is for us each as individuals to react and cause something good to come out of this thing called addiction. Because, you know, in everything that we do, we don't always, even as addicts and alcoholics, we don't realize the impact that this disease has. We don't realize that people are dying every day. And unfortunately, this morning when I was preparing for what I was going to bring to you today, which I'm not going to do at this point, I had the terrible news that we lost a young man who had just gone through our inpatient treatment center. And it's heartbreaking to know that these things are real and there is a reality. And it just pierced my heart that he's no longer with us. And we don't know I don't know how he died. I don't know if it was from alcohol or addiction or some other thing. But the bottom line is he is no longer with us today. And he was just at our center last week. You know, and I look at every single face in this room, and I know that we are one step away from death if we want to look at it that way. We don't know what's going to happen to our lives tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen to our lives when we walk out of these doors. And so many times we poo-poo life, and we take advantage of life, and we don't realize the reality of that God has given us another day. And, you know, the great deceiver comes and he brings deception to our minds. And that's the point that Eric was trying to make with us this morning. If you want good things to come to your life, then you probably need to get that folder that's under your chair and read the positive confessions that he took time to bring to you this morning. I didn't tell him to do that. That's something that God led him to do. Why? Because we all get in a funk. We all get in a funk. Every time, every one of us does. I mean, he and I were talking in my office, and he goes, "Why do I do that?" I said, "Eric, you're no different than any other human being. I do the same thing. You have no idea how many days I will walk into my office, especially on payday, and go, my God, how are we going to continue to do what we do? You have no idea what my payroll is with all of the different things that we do. And you think you've got money problems, honey, come to my office on payday. Help me sign the checks that I sign on payday. And you think you've got problems? I struggle. I mean, where is our next dollar coming from? And then I have to remind myself, I can't allow myself to get out into that human way of thinking. I have to remember that God is my source. This is God's business. This isn't Mary's business. This isn't Chris's business. This isn't Shay's business. This is God's business. And we can't be so performance-driven that we forget who God is in our life. Listen, if God wants us to continue to do what we do, then He better provide the funds to do it. And that's what we have to remember. We're so quick to take credit for everything in our life. And our lives need to be put on a platter and given up to our Heavenly Father, and He needs to do the work within us. It is God that does the work within us. Don't be so quick to quit a job. Don't be so quick to run away from your problems. Don't be so quick to have a disappointment and go to the bar and drink your problems and your sorrows away. Don't be so quick to do that. Why? Because your life is not your own. If you are a Christian in this room today, you have given your life to the Almighty God, and you need to honor Him with what? With your life. Honor Him with your life. We all have problems. Honor Him. Listen, everybody seems to think that this organization has millions and millions of dollars, and I will tell you, we operate no different than you do. We're paycheck to paycheck. We don't have millions of dollars. When Eric stands up and says we need your help, he's not joking. We need your help. We need your help. You want to know why? Chris went to the heroin meeting this last week, and every time we go, we are slapped in the face with a new statistic. It is mind-boggling what is happening in Colorado. Colorado is third in our nation for not solving the drug epidemic problem. How can we be third? We should be at the bottom of the list. It's because nobody wants to step out. Even the alcoholics and addicts don't want to step out and help somebody else. Listen, we're wanting to start a program for children that will help them be wise and help them know that this really is a problem. Johnny Cash got all invested up in drugs and alcohol, and he made a statement. He said, after I took that first pill and got that euphoric state of mind going on, he said, I spent the next few years trying to replace that same feeling that I had when I took the first pill. And every time I did that, and every pill I took after that, was just a step that was bringing me further and further and further away from God. And that's how it is. We want more. We want to feel that same euphoric feeling that we felt the very first time we did a drug or did any alcohol. And you're not going to get there. That's not reality. But we need to wake up these children that are smoking pot because now it's legal. And you all need to help us find a program that we can take into these middle schools here in Colorado to save our children's lives. Children are dying. We've had great loss at Mary's Hope with people that have overdosed and people that don't get it. They don't get it. They don't want to get it. And we're wanting everybody to get it. And I keep hearing people say, well, Mary, not everybody's going to get it. Well, I don't believe that. I don't think that way. I think that everybody can get it. Everybody can. You know, everybody can. Why? Because God wants you to get it. God is your God, and He wants you to be able to get it. He doesn't want you to go through this. He never intended for man to see the evil side of things. He never wanted that. That's the great deceiver. Satan came to Eve and he said, well, if you only knew. He's deceiving. We need to be careful who we let into our lives. We need to be careful the word that we listen to, because not every word is a word from God. I was listening to a thing this weekend on YouTube, and it happened to be Oprah Winfrey. I used to like Oprah, but I don't think very highly of her anymore. And she is leading people down to this new age concept of the earth is this and the earth is that, and it's all about our conscious behavior, and there's really not a heaven or a hell. We don't need to worry about where we're going to go in the afterlife. Well, let me just tell you, that is deception. She's leading a lot of people down a road right to hell. That is wrong thinking. That is not accurate. There's one way to the Father, and that is through Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And our spirits don't be so easily conned out of who you are and who you need to be. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. So, I know that without further ado, I do encourage you, please help us to raise money. Like Eric said, every single dollar goes into fighting addiction. It doesn't go into Mary's pocketbook. I wish that it did, but it doesn't. I could use a few extra dollars, but no, it doesn't go into my pocketbook. It's going to fight a cause that we need to step to the plate and all join forces to do, okay? Because we got to save some of these people that don't know any better or any different, okay? Are you with us?
Yes.
All right, very good. Who has a prayer request? Yes, Barb.
Last week, Val lost her 2-week-old grandbaby, so
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate that. Dustin?
I got two. I got one is for people going through the shit too. Sorry to cuss, but to get the strength they need to stay together. That's what this is about.
Okay.
And then the other one is that my work situation works out, whatever it's meant to be, because I just broke my thumb and I don't know how to move.
Okay.
So I just got 2 other night jobs, and I don't know how this is all gonna work, but I'm just asking for guidance.
Okay. Jesse?
For April, who's having surgery tomorrow.
Thank you. All right, Monique?
I was gonna pay for April too.
All right. Yes.
Mine is family struggling with addiction now. And I won't bury my family, so the rest of my family.
Okay.
For Stephanie saying, and the, Susan Roberts family.
Yes.
For her to stay strong.
Yeah.
in this time.
Thank you. Yes.
Family back home.
Okay. Lots of family, Wendy?
Me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. For one, a friend of mine who has stage 4 breast cancer, and it went into her bones. But she got some good news that some of the tumors are shrinking, and she's doing like an all-natural type approach to things. And one of the tumors has stayed the same. So prayers.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I like the all-natural thing. I really believe in it a lot. Brian?
Pray for my kids and my family.
Okay.
I have family and all you guys in my family.
Yeah. All right. Diane? Okay. Yeah.
For everyone that is still struggling with addiction, especially my husband.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
My family in public.
Thank you. Yes, Steve?
My work situation is just really crazy here. A lot of upheaval and it's causing me a lot of stress on the loss.
All right, Heidi?
Just something kind of exciting I wanted to announce that with the whole addiction thing, Colorado just approved their first sober high school. So I was involved in the approval process of that. It's called 5280. And I'm not sure all of the specifics, but we are, as of probably a year from now, we're going to be having a sober high school.
Okay.
So
I'd like to learn more about that if you would
absolutely.
let me know.
Yeah, yeah.
Billy?
I could pray for personal relationships and others.
Okay. Yes.
I pray for the Silver Olympics, pray for favor and success.
Thank you. I will agree with that.
And if anybody is looking for a job, my job is hiring. It's a call center job in Wheatridge, and we're opening up a new call center in Thornton. And we need to step up, so if anybody's looking for a job, let me know.
Okay, and what's the name of the place?
It's Market Link.
Market Link in Wheatridge is hiring. All right, Monica?
Mary, I would like to also mention that Goodwill's hiring on the spot.
Who is?
Goodwill.
Oh, Goodwill.
On the
Okay.
spot.
All right. Okay.
They'll hire you right away.
All right.
Mary, yes, for you, Mary's Hope, Chris, for all you guys do, for all of us here, and once again, for those who are still suffering.
Okay, thank you. All right. So, we all heard the prayer requests this morning, but did you hear how many prayer requests are being sent up for family? And, Satan, again, is a deceiver. He comes against family. And we are just going to stand in the gap to raise all the hurting families up for healing and restoration. Any other prayer requests? All right, let's stand and pray.
chop me out of it.
Sorry.
That's how we do it.
Come on, then.
Father God, I just thank you for today, Lord God.